Welcome to my YouTube channel, Retirement After a Heart Transplant. If you're new here, my name is Alan, and I thank you for stopping by. In my last video, the last video was titled, Are You Prepared to Be Self-Sufficient? I was not referring in that video so much as to, financially self-sufficient, that sort of thing. That's a whole other topic that I've talked about in other videos, and we'll probably talk about in the future. But this was more practical, down to earth. How do I, take care of myself and or my family should things go south? Meaning, should supply chains be disrupted, electricity grid goes down, and this could be referring to, times that might happen in a short term, storms, hurricanes, tornadoes, more of a midterm, which I would call, instead of days, I'd call weeks or even a couple months, or long term, which could be for several months or even longer. Many people think of this as a mindset of a prepper, and some people think of that, with a negative connotation. Some have a more positive outlook about it. Some have never really thought much about it at all. So whoever you are listening to this, I'm merely going to talk about how my wife and I have viewed this, things that we have done in our personal lives, to be prepared to be self-sufficient should that be required. Talked about a lot of things in the first video. I'm going to build on it a little bit more in this video in terms of specific things that we have done. I won't try to list them all because the list would be far too long, but I will go into a couple of additional things. So I think I touched on this in the first video, but let me expand on it a little bit here. What if the electrical grid is down, supply chains interrupted, whatever, such that you can't hop in the car and go down to the local store and buy pain medications, Tylenol, Advil, whatever it is you use, cold and flu, medications, things that we've come to just rely on as, being there and never have to worry about. So one of the things that we've done is to make sure to be stocked up on these kinds of over-the-counter, remedies and medications. So pain relievers, I mentioned Tylenol, Advil, Excedrin. There are a number of them out there. For me personally, because of other medications that I take as a heart transplant, the only pain reliever that I'm safe to use is Tylenol. Of course, Tylenol has its own risks. It can hurt your liver. I don't use any kind of pain medication unless I really need it. But pain relievers, antibiotics would be another thing. You're probably aware that nowadays you can purchase antibiotics. You can go online, you'll see commercials on television for them. You can get a package of all kinds of antibiotics along with information on how to sort of self-diagnose and which ones to use. You can also buy, and we have done for years, antibiotics that are marketed for fish or other animals. In large part, they're the same antibiotics that are, prescribed for human use. Maybe some differences in dosage and probably even in when and where and how they're made, but they work. They're proven to work, and so I've done some of that. Cold and flu remedies, sniffles, allergies, whatever that is for you, whether it's a nighttime cold medication, whether it's an allergy pill like Clarinex, that sort of thing. What if you needed that and couldn't get it? Well, just, stock up on them and have them on hand. These are some of the things that we've done. We also have a very well-stocked first aid supply here at our home. Lots of things. It's a pretty good-sized kit that I have built for years, for a number of years, including up to, even minor surgery, things that would be needed for minor surgery. So we've got that at home. We also have smaller first aid kits in our vehicles. So we kind of, and also we camp. We have a camper, a travel trailer, and we keep first aid supplies in the camper as well. All of those things, whether it's the meds, pain relievers, cold and flu remedies, you have to kind of keep an eye out on the expiration dates and make sure that you're rotating that stock appropriately. Most things have a 1-year expiration date. And if you read up on this, you'll find that in most cases that expiration date is not realistic. Many, if not most, medications will last for much longer than that. Some of them will over time begin to lose potency, but will still work. And you got to do some research into all that to understand, which meds have what kinds of expiration dates on them. And, we've done that. There's abundant information out there for you to do that. Another thing in our case is more along the lines of, homeopathic medications, natural medications. My wife has been involved in creating these natural or homeopathic medications for many years. Many of them have many health benefits. We know it from personal use, and also from just the studies we've done about it. That's a broad topic as well, but just to mention a few things that my wife has used: oregano, mullein, which is a wild plant, grows like a weed everywhere. It's kind of a weed, but has a lot of health benefits to it. Sweet gum balls, the green ones before they turn brown, many health benefits for those. Dandelions, goldenrods. There are other things as well. And, my wife has used these to make various kinds of tinctures, syrups, salves, things like that. That's just a separate interest from, taking care of yourself, I guess, or being able to survive, if you will. My wife's been very interested in that for quite a long time. Just the whole idea of natural medication as opposed to strictly the prescription meds that you can get. By the way, a great many prescription meds, probably most of them, got their start from natural remedies and homeopathic medications that were used long, long ago. So not all of them, but many of them did get their start that way. So other than that, other supplies that you might need, basic household items, that list gets quite long, so I won't try to go too far into it, but just a couple of small examples. We have an electric can opener in the kitchen, so I've got a couple of really heavy duty can openers to use if I can't use that electric can opener. Any other kinds of appliances that would normally be electric in this day and time that you can use a basic percolating coffee maker or two. That list is long. I won't try to go into it. Toilet paper, yeah, toilet paper. I'm a toilet paper hoarder. I have been for a long time. That would run out eventually, but again, this is just another household item that you could consider keeping. We also keep a supply of alcoholic beverages, and by that I don't mean beer. I mean liquors of various types, set aside for a couple of reasons. For one reason is to create tinctures. Lots of tinctures are made from a base of an alcoholic beverage of some type or another. Also, frankly, as well as in a long-term disruption, to be used for potential barter. This is one of the, if you read up on that, you'll find out that's a big thing that people keep on hand for that purpose. One of the other things I might say about it, and I don't think they'll mind me saying it for those of you who know me or know my kids, but our children have plans to come here because we are in a rural area, not off-grid, but kind of more of a homestead environment. Should there be a long-term disruption, whether that be in the power grid or whatever else, pray to God that never happens. Likelihood of it happening is probably low, but nevertheless, it's a plan that we've had in place for some years now. And, we've made provisions to make that possible, as well as they have made those provisions too. So, once again, this is just another short video on, being prepared to be self-sufficient and how we have done it, some of the things we have done. The list would be quite long if I tried to go into everything that we've done. Talked about some of the other things we've done in my first video on this topic. But I guess that's pretty much all I wanted to add to it today. So if you like this video, I appreciate it if you like it and subscribe to this channel. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section. I'll reply as soon as I can to any comments or questions that I get. And so with that, thanks again for stopping by today. And until next time, bye-bye.